Hey! Is the noon train on time?
Supposed to be.
Feels like it's time.
Fair enough.
BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? I keep not having this the right way. BBN Jack Frost. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. So we have some stuff to talk about today. That is not politics. We have some politics that we will be discussing, but we do have a lot to talk about that is actually not politics today. It goes down the line of basically what we talk about often over here on this channel, or at least what we talked about a lot previously. That's one. Two, I want to give a big shout out to all of the, I think, 1.8 thousand new followers we picked up in like the last 2 days. Let me just make sure I got this number right real quick. 2.8 million followers that we picked up in the last couple of days. I just want to give a shout out to the 2.8 million followers that we picked up. But pardon me, 2.8 thousand followers or subscribe or people that now subscribe to the channel that we picked up in the last couple of days. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. I also want to give a shout out to the community, Seagate community. I want to give a shout out to you guys. I love it here. I just a lot of amazing people around here. I love it. Now, with that being said, let's get to the show. So for everybody that don't know, there's a rapper. His name is or was, or I guess his name still is. He's just not alive anymore. Julio Foolio. He recently passed away. And that's what we're going to be talking about. They arrested the individuals who had something to do with his unaliving. Allegedly, the people who they presume has something to do with his unaliving. I'm going to bring up a page real quick, and we're going to talk about this with some added context. And then after we discuss this with the added context, I'm going to tell you about what I particularly think about the situation, and I want to know what you guys think, obviously. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Why not, right? Like, boom. Yeah, I don't really need to be on the screen. I don't really care about that. That's another thing. I don't really care about being on the screen. I'm just on the screen because I'm on the screen, but I don't really care about it. Shout out to DJ 804. Let me just give a shout out real quick. Shout out to DJ 804. Definitely appreciate you. You said, let's go. I'll leave that up there while we're doing what we're doing. Julio, right? Let's go to here we go. We're gonna go to local news page real quick. I'm gonna see if it's up here without me actually having to click anything. All right, hold on. Hold on. Sheesh, they got a lot of this. All right, so which one is this real quick? Hold on. Sorry about this. I want to make sure I get the article. Sandals, one word, right? Yeah. All right, so let's get to this real quick. Let's get into this. So basically, just so we can be clear, a SWAT team had a standoff in Jacksonville. There was 4 people that was arrested due to the ambush murder of Julio Foolio. So real quick, I'll explain to you why this is called the ambush murder, and then we'll get right back to this right here. So basically what happened was Julio Foolio, it was his birthday. I forget what day it is. They're about to tell us again. No, it was his birthday. And on his birthday, he was going around celebrating his birthday or whatever the case is. What ends up happening is he ends up going to, I believe, a hotel at the, one of the last stops, the last stop he actually had. And then while he was at the hotel, he was in the car. I'm not sure if he was getting in or out of the vehicle, but he was in the vehicle and 3 men rolled up and started firing into the vehicle. Now, for all of those that don't know, all of this has been linked back to a female that he was with that was allegedly dropping their location as he was moving around, going to the different areas. Now, with that being said, they're also saying that there was a car that was actually following them that was on the phone communicating with another vehicle, that vehicle then pulled up to at least a minimum of the last place where the shooting actually occurred. So I'll say this again for everybody that don't get it. So Julio was riding around with his friends, and I'm going to say something also before I get into before we get to the actual article. So Julio was riding around with his friends, going, and basically what they were doing, they was going to different locations, they were going to different areas. And while they was going to these different locations and they was going to these different areas, one of the things that they was doing was they was partying. They was with some women. One of the girls that they were with was allegedly dropping their location. She has also been arrested. One of the girls that they were with was allegedly dropping a location. When they get to the hotel, and I'm guessing the hotel was where the banging was supposed to happen, obviously. This is not funny. But when they get to the hotel, that's when the shooting actually happened. So I'm assuming the shooting happened before they went into the hotel, and I'm assuming it happened when they got to the place. So apparently what happened was there was a vehicle that was following them along with an individual, a female, that is accused of dropping the location. So the police right now has the plates of the 2 vehicles, and they have the telephone communications, not communications, but they have the numbers that the telephones that was there was calling. So the individual, one of the individuals that was arrested, they have his telephone information, his cell phone information that aligns him up with. They went to, let's say they went to 4 different places. Every place that they went, he made a call and another vehicle pulled up. And it wasn't until the actual shooting happened that happened at the last spot. So hold on, let me bring up the article real quick. So surveillance video captured the shooting death of Charles Jones. That's Julio Foolio. One suspect is still being sought. So they basically have everyone. There's one suspect being sought. So you just have to assume that these guys are talking at this point.
Breaking right now at 8 o'clock, the 4th suspect in an ambush murder of local rapper Julio Foolio has been arrested.
So it happened after an overnight standoff in an apartment complex.
And if I keep calling him Coolio, I promise you that's an accident. There's a television show, I think, called Coolio or something like that. And it's an anime, and that's why I keep making a mistake. All right? So, all right, let's listen to what they got to say real quick.
Morning show starts right now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking right now at 8 o'clock, the 4th suspect in an ambush murder of local rapper Julio Foolio has been arrested.
So it happened after an overnight standoff in an apartment complex on the west side. News4Jax reporter Brianna Andrews joins us live. And Brianna, we just heard from the sheriff in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, and the sheriff did confirm that police did make arrests, and now the 4th suspect involved in the Julio Foolio shooting death. So I want to show you this new video that JSO released. It shows the overnight standoff at Collins Preserve Apartments between I-295 and College Road. Officers confirmed just a few minutes ago that they arrested Rashad Murphy, again, the fourth person arrested in Julio Foolio's shooting death. They believe there's 5 people involved in this death. Now, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and U.S. Marshal Service tracked Murphy to that apartment complex, off Collins Road, where they arrested him. Now, we were there earlier. We do know that Murphy was wanted for murder in Tampa in regards to this death. They are still searching for that 5th person that they believe is involved. As of now, we know that all 4 suspects that have been arrested, police say, have been linked to gang affiliations in the area. Now, prior to this arrest, we do know that Rashad Murphy was facing, or is facing rather, first-degree murder charges, among other things. Police say it was Rashad Murphy and another man who fired shots at the rapper the night he was killed. Now, again, we just got this information. We're going to continue to follow this, but we do know, we did hear the sheriff say on the morning show that he hopes that that 5th person just turns themselves in. So once we continue to follow this case and find out more,
they obviously already know who the 5th person is.
Information, we of course will bring that to you on air and online. For now, I'm reporting live. Brianna Andrews, Channel 4. The local station.
All right. So it goes on to say, a day after the announcement that 3 people have been arrested in the shooting death of Charles Jones, a Jacksonville rapper known as Julio Foolio, a SWAT standoff led to the capture of another suspect in Jacksonville. So they're just rounding these people up. I got a thing I'm going to say in a couple of seconds. I just want to read a little bit of this so y'all can get a little bit of better understanding about what's going on, just in case I said anything that was inaccurate to what the reporting is that's going on. Jones, 26, was shot and killed in June in an ambush attack while celebrating his birthday in Tampa. Isaiah Chance, 21, Alicia Andrews, 21, and Sean Gathright, 18, were arrested over the weekend in Jacksonville in connection with the deadly shooting. But when police announced the arrests on Monday, they said there were warrants out for 2 other people believed to have been the triggerman. So apparently there were 3 triggermen. There were 3 triggermen. The 3 triggermen, I think they're brothers, not for nothing, 2 of them. Police said that Rashad Murphy, 30, and Davion Murphy fired shots along with Gathright at Jones that night. So the 18-year-old Sean Gathright, he's 18. I used to know a dude that name was Sean, but he spelled it like this, and we all called him Scene. So I'm wondering if we still call that guy Scene. Shout out to Scene if you out there. Salute, my brother. Super, he's like one of the most popular kids in our elementary school as far as I'm concerned. Shout out to Scene. Shoot, salute. Was arrested over the weekend in Jacksonville in connection with the deadly shooting. But when police announced arrest Monday, they said there were warrants out for 2 other people believed to have been the triggerman. Like I said before, the 2 other people that they did not arrest yet, were Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy. Those are the ones that, as of that day, were not arrested yet. One of them has been arrested so far, though. Just so we can be clear, one of them already has been arrested. There's only 1 person still left out there. Tuesday morning, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office confirmed that the overnight SWAT standoff at Collins Preserve Apartments between I-295 and Collins Road ended in Rashad Murphy's arrest. So Davion Murphy is the individual that they still have out there. This is the Jackson Sheriff's Twitter. It says overnight, the Jackson Sheriff's Office and U.S. Marshal's Office. I have something very important to say. Don't go nowhere. I have something very important to say. Do not go nowhere. And I did not mean to do that. Oh, y'all can't see that, so it's no more. It doesn't matter. I clicked on that shit by accident. Anyway, and I clicked on it again by accident. He was wanted. They saying that dude was wanted for the murder in the Tampa Bay shooting of Charles Jones, also known as Julio Foolio, last month. The JSO CPR. This is a whole bunch going on. These are the different gang units and shit like that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to click on this to show you this. Is that something going through the window? He did not go quietly. What do you do when the police show up like this, but you're not sure why they're there? Like, what do you do? You're like, man, I got like 8 bodies. I done robbed 2 things. And these niggas show up and you don't even know why they're there. Somebody need to make a movie about a dude that's a whole criminal, like street nigga doing all types of different street shit. And then the police show up and arrest him for some shit that he actually didn't do. Anyway, in the video shared by a viewer, police can be heard over a loudspeaker calling for Rashad Murphy. Rashad, I know you're fucking, I don't know what that's supposed to say, but it was unintelligible. Man, one officer says in the video, which also shows an armed vehicle outside the apartment complex. JSO, that's the police down there. I'm not sure what that stands for yet. Let's check. I'm on the screen, other screen. Y'all can't see. It says share this tab instead. Let's share this tab instead. We're gonna do what? JSO Tampa police, right? What are they? The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. All right. I'm like, what the hell does JSL stand for? So it's the Jacksonville Sheriff Office, as you can see right here. So now we know what JSO stands for. I want to just make sure. What the hell are we doing? So Jacksonville Sheriff Office, that's what JSO stands for. So JSO said the U.S. Marshal's Office helped track down Rashad Murphy to the complex. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, CPR, what? I'm not looking that up. Gang and SWAT units surrounded the building to help evacuate nearby residents. I'm going to say something in a couple of minutes, but I'm just going to just want to drop some breadcrumbs before I do. How many rappers get killed down there in Florida, and how often do you see this type of response? Like, how often do you see this type of response when a rapper gets killed anywhere? Nevertheless, down in Jacksonville, like, when do you see this kind of response? I got a thing that I'm going to say. And I think it's something that people are down there already knew. And I think already think. And I think this might be something that actually led to the reason why this happening. But hold on, we're going to go slow roll. We're going to slow walk this. JSO said investigators spent hours trying to talk Murphy out of the building, but eventually SWAT members used tactics to force him out. He surrendered just after midnight, JSO said. Murphy was charged with no valid driver's license. So basically, to make sure that the arrest was accurate, I guess they charged him with no valid driver's license. I mean, I guess you have to have an ID when you're in America. So this is another reason why y'all should be pissed off at the Biden administration and what they're doing. Because if us as regular citizens can be in our homes and be in trouble for not having a valid driver's license, because that's literally what just happened to him. They were going there to arrest him for something else. Don't get it confused. But his charge, when they brought him in, before they decided to charge him with the other things, is no valid driver's license. And if you're telling me that a regular citizen could be arrested for no valid driver's license, but somebody who doesn't even live in the country could come over here and have all of the rights that a person that actually lives in the country should have, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why y'all with this administration. It's crazy. Anyway, Murphy was charged with no valid driver's license by JSO and was to be transferred to Tampa to face charges in the deadly shooting. So basically what happened was where he was picked up at isn't the place where the shooting actually occurred. So that isn't the place where he's being charged at. So they charged him with what they charged him with to get him down to the precinct. And then after they got him down to the precinct, he was then transferred so he could face the more serious charges. This is what I believe happened. Davion Murphy, Rashawn Murphy's cousin, that's his cousin, is still being sought by police. Let's see what this has to say real quick. Shout out to Kyra Knowles.
Volvo plug-in hybrids, perfect for anywhere they want to go this.
See, I don't know if I'm going to get hit with a flag with a copyright or something like that. These guys ain't paying me. We do got some other people that are paying this. You're gonna see their commercials a little bit later.
Since overnight, we know we do want to give an update to some breaking news that we have been following since overnight. We know a man named Rashad Murphy has been arrested. He is one of 5 people wanted in connection to the murder of rapper Charles Jones, aka Julio Foolio. Now we know 3 were arrested this weekend. There were still 2 out there. One of them, Rashad Murphy, the other, Davion Murphy, who apparently is his cousin. So we do have the sheriff here with us today. Also, community engagement executive, my former co-anchor, Vic Michelucci. So the timing on this is pretty good for you to be able to give us more information. So we have some new video where we actually saw the arrest. Someone also sent us some video where we can hear police saying, Rashad, we know you're in there. You have said that—
I'm going to tell you what the wild part is this. Pay attention to how much attention they're showing to this. Like, I don't know how big Julio Foolio was in Florida. Maybe he was like one of their biggest rappers. I don't have the slightest idea. I don't listen to the guy. But I just want to be clear on this. I think that there's more going on here, and we'll talk about that in 2 seconds.
you're not going to tolerate any foolishness, that you want the streets to be safe. So this is—
It's ironic that they're not going to tolerate any foolishness, and the person that was killed was called Julio Foolio. But let's go.
a big arrest for you this morning.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. What the big thing about it is these are 5 people that live in our community that can no longer harm anyone else, which is very, very important. That's what we strive for, right? We strive for the peace and safety of our communities. And I think this is a big event for us, because these, as we go further, we're going to look into their lives and see what they've been up to completely. And I'm sure we'll be able to turn up some things that show us that we have the right people in custody to make sure that we keep them in custody and stop them from causing trouble on our streets.
Right. You said—
Did he just was about to say the R word? He was just about to say graping. Let me push this back a little. Was that what he was about to say and he caught himself?
In custody to make sure that we keep them in custody and stop them from causing trouble on our streets.
Right. You said 5. There's one more out there. You believe you're closing in on him as well?
Yes.
All right. So Davion, if you're
Shouldn't
watching—
be very long. Just turn yourself in. The best thing, what I would say is turn yourself in. That way we can do this without incident, without any issues. We've been successful in doing that so far.
Right.
Everyone's been brought into custody safely. And that's our ultimate goal, right? To bring them in safely. So I would suggest that you turn yourself in and come to Jacksonville, come to JSO headquarters and turn yourself in. Let's have a discussion.
Yeah. I mean,
so they know he's not in Jacksonville. If they know he's not in Jacksonville, there's a good chance that they do kind of know where he's at.
You could hear those officers. They're like, Rashad, we know you're in there.
Meaning that they might just have to go through, red tape in order to get whoever the police is in the area where he's at to be on board and help them with the apprehension, like with the SWAT team that they used to get his cousin.
Yeah.
Just come out. They're really plating for a good outcome with the arrest, and that appears to have happened. So thank you for updating on this.
Absolutely.
Let me make sure this is off and shit. All right, so they said we strive for the peace and safety of our communities. Jacksonville Sheriff TK Waters said Tuesday on the morning show. He said the investigators are closing in on Davion Murphy and encourage him to just turn himself in. This is what we just heard. Everyone's been brought into safely. That's the ultimate goal. Pardon me. I'm so sorry about that. This is Foolio right here. This is the arrest that was captured on video in the news conference. Tampa Bay Police Chief Lee Burkhaw Hillsborough County State's Attorney Susie Lopez and Sheriff Waters announced the arrest of Chance Andrews and Gathright and said they're still looking for Rashad Murphy and Devion Murphy. Those guys already got picked up. Obviously, one of them, the only one that's still out there is Davion. I don't know how to say that name. All 5 suspects in the shootings are from Jacksonville and accused of premeditated first-degree unaliving, among other charges. JSO released a body cam video from the night of the arrest of Chance Andrews and Gathright, and the video shows Chance wearing a red hoodie, slowly walking out of a home in the pouring rain. So I don't have that video here. I have that video, but I don't have it here. Let's see what they're saying real quick right here. Oh, this is long. I don't think we can.
Driver, open the car door. Let me see your hands. Step on out. Step on out. Look away. Back up to the sound of my voice. Yep. Stop right there. Lift your shirt up. Turn. Do a 360. What? Just listen to us. We'll talk about it. Keep going. Keep going. Turn. Turn. Now walk back to the sound of my voice. Come on. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming.
Oh, they hit his car. They
keep coming.
They boxed him in.
Keep coming. Keep coming. Walk back to me.
On Gathright. Those are not normal police, by the way. Those were marshals, U.S. marshals. U.S. SWAT. Pardon me, SWAT. But the marshals are the ultra.
Hands up! You get, come on out, hands up, put your hands up. Can't tell. Yeah. Yep. Put your hands up! Put your hands in the air, hands
They
up!
ain't playing with him, man.
Hands in the air. All right, slowly walk toward me. Let's go. Right here, right here. Walk right here. Let's go. Yeah. Yep. Hey, get your hands up and walk out towards me. Hey, over here. Go this way. Over here. You're going to get hit with the less lethal. Get your hands up and walk towards me. Hands up and walk towards me. Hands up and walk towards me. Keep coming. Keep coming. Coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep
Look how
coming.
skinny these niggas is, yo.
Keep coming. Stop. Stop. Turn around. Keep your hands up. Turn around. Hands up. Keep your
Police
hands
is
up.
outside with form. He come
Hands up.
outside
Don't
and
reach
slide.
for your waist. Do not reach for your waist. Look at me. Back up. Okay. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. All right. Go to your knees.
That's Isaiah Chance.
Put your hands behind your back. Stay there. Stay there. Don't move. Isaiah? Isaiah? Stand up. Isaiah Chance, right?
And Andrews there now.
When they checking this nigga car, checking his car. They checking the car, checking the car, fam. That's crazy. They in the hood immediately.
Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep
The
walking.
girl,
Keep walking. Now turn around.
and she
Put your
come out
hand right
there with
back.
no shoes on. These guys are not very intelligent.
Is anybody else inside?
She come outside with no shoes. He comes outside and slides. What happened when you go? I mean, women fight with no shoes on. It is what it is. But what happened when you go to the jail, fam, and you got a strap? I don't know how it is down there. Maybe they give you shoes down there, like up here in Rikers. But before you get there, I don't know how their jail system works. There you go. She got some shoes in. Like, did they really think they wasn't going to go down to the jail? Like, did they really think that the police was going to show up like that and then let them go? And they did them dirty because it was raining down there. But I mean, it's Florida. It probably stopped raining like 10 minutes after he got arrested. But now they're going to be sitting around in wet clothes for how long? Drenched clothes. Isaiah Chance, Alicia Andrews, Sean Gathright. Sean Gathright is allegedly one of the shooters. Alicia Andrews is allegedly the person who was dropping the location. And I'm not sure entirely what Andrew Chance was doing, but he was doing something that they are not happy about. And that's why he's there. Not 100% sure what he was doing. Maybe he was a driver. Nobody knows at this point. I mean, I don't know at this point. Somebody knows. All of the people involved in the shooting are affiliated with Jacksonville gang ATK and 1200. Those are two different gangs, just so we can be clear. Which are rival gangs to 6 Block. 6 Block is the gang that Jones was connected to, according to the police. The feud between 6 Blocks and his rival gangs, ATK and 1200, have spanned over a decade with dozens of murders by and against both sides, official says. Detectives believe that ATK and 1200 worked together to target Jones as part of an ongoing feud in Jacksonville. Burkor says. Chance is documented ATK gang member, and Rashad Murphy and Devion Murphy are documented 1200 gang members, according to police. And these are those two individuals. They were wanted. This is the one right here on the left that was already arrested. Rashad, he's been arrested. Davion has not been I don't know how to say that guy's name. Has not been arrested yet. They look like dudes that be in jail a lot, though. Has not been arrested yet. They're gonna spend a lot more time in prison, by the way. Not even jail, prison. During the news conference, Tampa police showed surveillance from the night of the shooting where the suspects can be seen stalking Jones. The police said Chance and Andrews track and follow Jones. So Chance was the individuals that was tracking and following Jones and his entourage to two of the locations. At each location, the two got out of the vehicle and Chance used a cell phone. So homegirl is not the one that was dropping the location. So wait, did that girl get killed? I think the girl that dropped his location got killed. Not for nothing. I'll look that up in 2 seconds. Give me a minute. Police said after the cell phone communication, the second suspect's vehicle arrived at each location. Both vehicles followed Jones and his entourage to a hotel located at McKinley Drive in Tampa, where the murder happened. We're not going to show the shooting. Obviously, YouTube is not going to be happy with that, so we're just going to go right over that. At one point, the shooters got out of the car, parked across the street from the hotel where Jones was staying. They could be seen in the video wearing all black while sneaking around the parking lot before firing multiple shots at the car Jones was riding in. Police said the three shooters were armed with handguns and rifles. Today, 3 dangerous criminals are off the Florida streets and in custody where they belong. Water said on Monday, these individuals have chosen lives of urban terrorism. And with arrests, we show Tampa, Jacksonville, the rest of Florida, we hold violent criminals accountable. There is something that I do want to see done. And these individuals that are doing this in our neighborhoods, and I want to be clear on this, hold on. I just want everybody to be secure with what my personal position is. These individuals that be doing this in our neighborhoods, I think they should be considered terrorists. I think that it is terrorism, and I think that they need to be held accountable. And all of this, kids are young and they're gonna grow out of it, or we're gonna put this individual in jail for 10 or 15 years and they're gonna change. Not with the jail system that we have. So we need to also create a prison system that is about actually rehabilitating people and not about punishing people. Our prison system is based primarily on punishing people. I think individuals should have the opportunity to go to jail, and there should be prisons where even if you were accused, even if you have been convicted of, a heinous act or whatever the case is, you are actually held. There should be prisons that you should be able to go to, and rehabilitation can happen. But since a majority of our prisons, it's impossible for rehabilitation to happen because you got dudes raping dudes left and right. You got dudes getting raped in there. How can rehabilitation happen? You got people that know that they're going to be able to get away with it because you've been convicted of a crime. So the police ain't going to help you a lot of times. Other people ain't going to help you. People just don't like you. You're part of a different gang or whatever the case is. So I think, and this is just my opinion, I think that we need to have prison systems that's actually dedicated to the rehabilitation of individuals. And, the individuals that obviously after close monitoring, there is a chance that their rehabilitation is not going to happen, then they should be shipped to prisons where they can just do all of the craziness that they want to do. Obviously, like a regular prison is now, but we need to have prisons that's set up that's about rehabilitation, because some people, they're not committing these crimes like these dudes. They're committing crimes because they're trying to feed their family. They're committing crimes because they're trying to protect themselves. They're not just terrorists. These individuals that's running through the streets shooting at each other over nothing, they're terrorists. These individuals that's out here ready to kill another nigga over an argument over nothing, they're terrorists. And they should be treated as like. That's my opinion. Let me get this shit right. Regular human beings that's trying to live their lives shouldn't have to live around individuals who, they don't care about human life. They just want to be the toughest guy. Send them niggas to jail. Let them go stay where they at. Stop letting them out early. It is what it is, fam. Send them niggas to jail. Stop letting them out early. Why are you gonna let them out early? The only reason why they let these individuals out of jail that they know is still bad apples is because they know that they're gonna come to the hood, and the first people they're gonna go and attack and terrorize is good people. They're not gonna go mess around with the other hood gang niggas because they're not gonna mess with them. They're gonna go try to find the regular individual trying to live his life. They're gonna go mess around and try to harm the individual that's just trying to support their family or feed their kids. They're gonna go fuck with them. They're not going back to the block to go argue with the other niggas that's on the type of time that they on. Them niggas is terrorists. If you out there causing terror in the neighborhood, making it unsafe for people to live in the neighborhood, making it so kids can't walk to school, doing all type, you should be held accountable. And that's just the way that I feel. I'm going to explain something in a minute. We still ain't getting, how long? Damn, we 40 minutes in and I didn't say one of the main things that I wanted to say and ask you about. Anyway, we're about to get done with this. Investigators said they used surveillance videos, license plate readers, phone logs to identify the two vehicles and then tie them to the suspects. 3 other people were injured in the shooting outside the hotel but survived. These criminals decided to bring their fight to Hillsborough County. Now, as far as I can tell, this might be one of the reasons in which why these guys are going, why the police was so hard to go at them also. Because somebody tell me what Hillsborough is. I don't know that county. Is that like an upper class affluent county or something like that? Is that like one of those places that if you go in to go do some shit, don't do it there? Like, is that one of those places? Because I will say this about all of the toughest street gang niggas out there. Whenever they want to go live a normal, regular life, they go to where all of the police is at, so they ops are too scared to do anything. Could that be the case in this particular situation? But the ops was like, we don't care? I'm curious. Let me be clear. The feud ends here. State Attorney Lopez says, my office will vigorously prosecute each of these defendants to ensure that they are held accountable for the calculated murder of Charles Jones. The investigation is ongoing. And Waters was asked about Kenyatta Bullard, a high-profile rapper who goes by the name Youngin Ace and is affiliated with TDK, one of the gangs allegedly involved. Walters wouldn't speak regarding the Tampa investigation, but said that JSO does not have an active investigation into Bullard. He said the group doesn't move in Jacksonville without JSA knowing about it. So I want to say something real quick. That was it for this particular article, right? I want to say something real quick as I try to move to something else. So I hope y'all can still hear me well. So hold on. I don't got TikTok, so I can't see nothing on here. Oh, they're gonna let me see. Hold on. So they're saying that the girl that dropped his location was arrested. See, no. See, look. The girl, this says the girl who dropped his location was unalived the morning of his funeral. So I've heard that also, just so we could be clear. So I guess we'll find out. It's murky at this moment exactly what was going on. Oh shoot, y'all couldn't even see what I was looking at. I'm sorry about that. How long y'all couldn't see what I was looking at? I don't know how long that was. In any regard, so it says right there, the girl who dropped Julio's location, she was unalived the morning of his funeral. I don't know how true that is, because they're also saying that the girl was arrested for dropping Julio's location. I'm not sure exactly which one of these is correct. There's two stories out there. Maybe she was arrested and then unalived. I don't have the slightest idea. But there was a young lady that was arrested. We just showed her. And we'll find out exactly in the coming weeks. We'll find out exactly in regards to what that is. But I want to say something real quick. Do y'all remember it was probably like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, that people were saying that Julio was a snitch and that he was working with the police. I don't know if anybody else remembers that. I remember that. Petrich Farm remembers. So it was a while back. I'm going to see if there's an article. There was a while back, and there was people saying that Julio, I keep calling him Julio Foolio was working with the police. Okay, Spot him, got him was the snitch. Pardon me. Spot him, got him was the snitch. Julio said that Spot him, got him was a snitch. Pardon me. So, okay. So it's Spot him, got him, not Julio Foolio. But he was the one who called Spot him, got him the snitch, just so we could be clear. All right, I was curious about that. I'll show y'all. Spot him, got him responds to Foolio calling him a snitch. So Spot him, got him was called the snitch by Foolio. So I want to say something. Did you see the police presence when they went to go pick them mofos up? That doesn't look like, you know, when you have 3-4 different departments involved, no, that looked like that might have been a little personal. That looked like that could have been a little personal. Just so we could be clear. Obviously, I don't know. I haven't gotten the slightest idea. But they had the U.S. Marshals there. They had the SWAT team there. And they had local police there. There's only one person that still isn't arrested. That's the Davion Murphy dude. Everybody else they got. So they got these guys pretty well. And it's going to take maybe a great attorney or big mistakes from the district attorney to miss on this one. Sometimes the district attorney don't miss. It's just that the case isn't as strong as they maybe thought it was. I'm saying that because I don't want y'all to think every single time a dude get off that y'all might think is guilty, that I'm saying that the district attorney messed up, because the district attorney could be doing a great job. Could have doing the best job they could with the information they have. But what you have to understand is the people who investigated the case, you know, if they mess up, the district attorney is going to look bad. And a lot of times that's basically what happens. You know, these individuals mess up and it makes a district attorney look bad. Now the district attorney looked like they didn't know what they was doing, when in reality, all of the problem came from the investigative officers that, you know, for whatever the reason is, they don't got everything locked in. Somebody told me that I should share this with y'all. I don't know if I should, because every time I share good news, it backfires on me. But we have been doing really, really well over here on YouTube the last week and a half or so. So I just want to thank everybody who is new subscribers. I think pretty soon I'm going to start talking about our race to 100,000, 100K. That's how well we've been doing. Pretty soon I'm probably going to start talking about our race to 100K. Especially if we keep picking up new subs at the rate that we are. I'll show you. There's another thing I 100% don't want to show. But if we keep picking up subscribers at this rate, I'm doing a couple of things different. You seen the ball, like we winning right now. So we're picking up subscribers at that rate, and that's over just the last couple of days. We've picked up, today is the 29th, I believe, the 30th. What's today, the 30th? And we've been picking up those subs basically from the 26th on. So since the 26th on, we basically have 2,800 new subs. Appreciate you guys, everybody that's in. Also appreciate those views. They're going crazy right now. Crazy. Appreciate those views. The views is going absolutely bananas right now. Bananas. For all of the people who are a part of our inner circle, we love everybody. But for all the people that's a part of our inner circle, I've been showing y'all the numbers. And not all of y'all, but some of y'all. I've been showing the numbers to a couple of y'all. So y'all know what I'm talking about. Like winning. You guys are big investors over here. So whenever you're a big investor over here, I feel like I have an obligation to, share, our ups and our downs with you guys specifically, who are the big investors over here, the people who pull up to Cash App, Super Chat multiple times a month, the people that just send donations out of the clear blue sky, and I'm just walking around outside minding my business, and my Cash App goes off, and I'm like, yeah, shout out to you mofos. The people that, not all of them, but some of the people that pull up and buy me coffee in the morning, like, some of y'all buy me coffee in the morning like 5-6 times out of the month. Definitely appreciate you guys. I wish I had more of you guys, but I definitely appreciate you guys. I don't want that to be no misunderstanding. And shout out to the individuals that just like send me $10-15 like in the middle of the day, just because they like, yo, did you eat yet? Boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go lunch on me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you guys. For real. So the suspects have been arrested in relation to the Julio Foolio matter. Is there anything else y'all guys want to talk about that? If not, I'm going to try to move on real quick to the Olympics controversy and to the Venezuela revolution situation. We started really late today, so I want to try to get all of this out of the way. We started really late today. Is there anything else y'all want to discuss about the Julio Foolio situation? And but I think those losers, it's going to take a hell of a defense to get them off because of what's currently happening. I do believe somebody's snitching. Anyway, we're going to go to a commercial break real quick. Come right back.
I'm gonna need some of you niggas to stop playing with me. I am not a game. Go play Tetris or something. Where's boom? Call me guns, I'm not gonna never tell it on my brother. Word is born, I'ma keep, and I put that on my mother. Fresh from the streets, and I rep it like no other. Say one to the heat, y'all can go and kiss each other. Niggas think that they crazy, what's a knife to a gun? If I can't get the pops, I'ma go get his son. Oh, I heard he got a daughter, tell that little bitch run. She get blinded by the bullets, cause it's blazing like the sun. You get click versus me, that's the 1-on-1. Shoot them niggas with a stick and a broom, get it done. Chopper loose, extra boost, I'm the man with the juice. When the boogeyman around, niggas pray to Jesus. You should call him Lucifer, that's a fallen angel. Make a star see stars, that's a star bangle. R.I.P. t-shirts, now you
where you feel like shit. There's gonna be days where you feel like giving up. There's gonna be days where you feel like you have no support. Your friends aren't supporting you enough. There's gonna be days where you feel like people are just like giving you the blind eye. And I just want to tell you to keep fucking going, because it's always like that until it gets better.
All right, so we're going to talk about the Olympics controversy real quick and the Venezuela revolution real quick. I don't want to hold y'all. So real quick, for everybody that don't know, they're having like vigils, prayer services, like all over Europe right now. I'm not sure if it's extending outside of Europe. I'm not 100% sure. But all over Europe right now, they're having prayer services. So I had somebody in the comments say, basically say that, they like the fact that, all of these people who believe in God are going out there and they're praying, just so we could be clear, right? What up, Brandon Washington? All of these people, are praying because if they didn't, there's no telling what might happen to the city. So I'm gonna say something real quick. Do y'all remember what happened in was it Brazil, when the statue that they have out there of Jesus Christ, and I'm doing that with air quotes because that man does not look the way that the Bible says that the man that we know as Jesus Christ look, but they have the statue, and the statue was hit with lightning. Do y'all remember that? And do y'all remember that they also had the situation out there where they had the LGBTQ parade, and during the parade they was mocking God like crazy, that all of a sudden like the town burned down or something like that? All this happened in Brazil. So I forget which city, but like the town burned down or whatever the case is. Like there was like tragedy, like they got hit with like natural disasters all over the place. Brandon Washington says, but why does something so bad have to happen for them to start wanting to pray to God? No, I think these are individuals who already believed in the Most High. This is a problem I think that we have. And this isn't me speaking from a Christian standpoint, because I'm not Christian. But this is a problem that we have. A lot of people that believe in God, that faithfully believe in God, we're pushed out of spaces often because there's always that belief you can't talk about politics and you can't talk about the Bible. So a lot of times we're pushed out of spaces. So I think often when we have individuals who would speak up for the Most High, who would speak up for the man that we know is Jesus Christ. I don't really call him that. You might want to call him Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. Some people call him Yeshua or whatever. So the man that we know is Jesus Christ. So a lot of times people don't feel comfortable speaking about that, because the first thing that you're going to hear is that you're a Bible thumper. The first thing you're going to hear is that, something negative. I think because this thing happened at the Olympics, obviously there are a lot of people that outwardly speak about the Lord, outwardly speak about the Bible, like me. But I think that also just made it a little bit more acceptable for others who do believe in the Lord to come out and show their love. Because now I'm able to go somewhere and I'm able to worship without being ostracized. I'm able to worship without being denigrated. I'm able to worship without being debased, without being spoken about negatively. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's so many of us now worshiping. Not a lot of people could do what I do. Not a lot of people could go out in the middle of the street all by themselves and talk about God. A lot of people can't do that. You see all the hate I get. You think I only get that hate for whatever random reason? No, I get a lot of the hate I get because the people that don't like me don't like God. Not exclusively, But a lot of the people that want to hate me and want you to hate me, they don't like God. So they hate me. It's an irrational hate. You understand? It's like you ever hear some of these people that talk about Trump and they say stuff that don't make no sense and there's nowhere near logic, and you just got to sit there like, what are you talking about? That did not happen. But to them, it happened. There's nothing you can say. And some of them, you'll be like, that didn't happen. And they'll be like, well, yeah, that didn't happen, but it could. Nigga, anything could happen. What kind of reason is that to have a problem with somebody? What kind of crap is that? That don't even make sense. So, also, I'm not doing an investigation against anybody. I think I've said this multiple times on this channel. We are not trying to stop crime. We are also not trying to make crime. We are just doing our show. I'm doing an investigation on 0 people. I'm not doing an investigation on the police. I'm not doing an investigation on street niggas. I'm doing an investigation on anybody. But it's like with Trump. You see how they just come out and lie on Trump? This is the same situation. You're a person who really isn't doing anything wrong. You're just trying to do something, whatever's the best for everybody. But there's people that if you do good out there in the world, to them, they're not able to do their evil. So they consider you to be an enemy. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, pay attention to people who don't like me, fam. Because I haven't done anything to anyone. I have no plans on doing anything to anyone. I don't talk about doing anything to anyone. So any individual that don't like me, there's a reason. They probably are up to no good. Just telling you what it is, fam. They 9 times out of 10, they're up to no good. With that being said, Brandon Washington once again says, why does something so bad have to happen for people to start praying? Like I said before, a minute ago, I think it's just that people don't know, they don't feel comfortable worshiping the Lord because they know all of the negative stuff that comes with it. Yeah, I don't notice every time I talk about God in here, that's when all of the hate speech come up in the chat. You never notice that? Whenever I talk about God, that's when the people that got these demons attached to them and they work for Satan, that's when they really can't control themselves. Whenever we're outside and we talk about God, you don't never notice how that's when the dope fiends and all of those other people come and try to invade our chat. People then try to fight me and everything else. I mean, we do it inside shows because people are paying me, so I gotta do their promotion, and I can't do their promotion on the phone outside. So that's why we do a lot of inside shows now. But you do know that that's what's happening. Whenever I talk about God, these people's spirits, it can't take it. You understand what I'm saying? Whenever I talk about anything positive, these spirits can't take it. You understand? So that it just is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. There's nothing anybody could do about that. All you could do about that is you support those that support God, and then the people who are against God, don't support them. That's all I could tell you. With that being said, Brandon Washington said it's getting out of hand. What's getting out of hand specifically? The disrespect to the Bible, the disrespect to what in specific? And then we just talked about that city burning down, and then he said Sodom and Gomorrah. At this point, I'm starting to think Sodom and Gomorrah weren't just cities, they were nations. That's what I'm starting to think, because just so we could be clear, the whole entire rest of the world is against this LGBTQ community agenda. The only country that's 100% for this LGBTQ community agenda is America. That's the only country. Even in, where do they got them dudes that they call the lady boys at? I don't know where they have those guys, whatever country that is. I saw an interview with those dudes talking and basically saying that the LGBTQ people over here that want to like push this type of shit in the schools and stuff like that, that they're crazy. That like the guy's names are lady boys. And they're like, no, we're against that. We're against pushing this type of stuff on children. So over here in America, is the only country that we have people who believe in pushing the LGBTQ community on children or behaviors on children. No other country agrees with this. So all of you people that's voting Democrat, you have no idea how much of the minority you actually are. You have no idea. You're not just in a minority in America, you're a minority on the planet to a great degree. Like, as far as people who want to push homosexuality and gender swapping on children, you're definitely in the less than 0.1% of people on the planet. Just so we can be clear. I'll say less than 1%. You're less than 1% of the people on the planet want to push this gender swapping on children. There's large groups of LGBTQ community people that don't agree on this either. So this isn't an LGBTQ position. They're just using the LGBTQ to push their ideologies. These guys are different. Did y'all hear about? I'm forget what country it was. Hold on, let me see if I can find the thing real quick. I don't know if it was a parade or. So apparently it was in London. Hold on. Let me show y'all this. No, it's just happened. These are all old. This just happened. I'm gonna put 2024 and see what happened. I'm going to tell y'all what it is, even if I can't find it. So basically, there's people inside of the LGBTQ community that are warring with one another. So hold on, let me explain. A parade or a march. I don't know. I think I'm putting the wrong word. I can't. It wasn't a parade. It was like a LGBTQ, lesbian festival. I'm gonna put festival. Right. Let me see if I have it on my phone real quick. I want to show you this. I just got too much on here. I was doing so much stuff yesterday. I ain't gonna find it. So basically, there was a lesbian. Remember, I'm saying lesbian. I'm not saying LGBTQ community thing. It was just a lesbian thing. So lesbians are pissed. Not all lesbians apparently, but there's some lesbians that are pissed. And the reason why they're pissed is because there's men who are transitioning into women and they want to be called lesbian. So lesbians are pissed because, first of all, if you're already a freaking man, I don't understand why you would try to transition into a woman to date women. I need somebody to explain this to me, just so we can be clear. That doesn't make any sense. You're already a man, so you're gonna transition to a woman, so you can be a lesbian. You're already a man, and you like women. Anyway, so they were disrupting their festival, march, parade, whatever it was, because they're saying they want to be able to be called lesbians also. And the lesbians are saying, well, you was born a man and you transitioned over to a woman. So therefore, you can't be called a lesbian. Because in order to be called a lesbian, you need to have been organic, you have to naturally be born a woman. So now the left is eating each other. And they not tell y'all this. How long ago I've been talking about how the left is going to eat each other for a long time. This has to implode. They have so much nonsense going on over there. It has to implode. You could be whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want, and everybody around you has to agree that you are whatever the thing that you say you are. That sounds like insanity to me. So you don't have to, everybody gets a trophy. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to be capable. You don't have to have the right machinery. Nothing. You just got to say, I'm a thing. And now every single other person that meets you has to treat you like that thing and also know that you are that thing without ever having crossed your path previously. And if they don't address you as that thing, not even knowing that that's the thing that you want to be addressed as, then they disrespected you. This is mental illness. I don't get it. Why a man would want to already have the junk, then get rid of the junk in order to be a woman to date women? If anybody has an explanation for that, put it in the chat. I'm going to put a question up there. I'm curious. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to put a question up there. I'm not that curious. I was going to put a question up there. Should trans men that turn into women and then date women be called lesbians? I'm not even that curious. That's just absolutely so insane that I don't even want to know how many people might agree with it. Like, because that's absolutely insane. So I don't even want to know how many people are going to agree with it. It's too crazy for me. Might not be too crazy for you. It's too crazy for me. With that being said, the Olympics controversy has drawn out a lot of people, and they are now openly worshiping the Most High, which I find wild. Because if I remember the Bible correctly, it says that in the last days, the whole world was going to start turning back to the man that we know as Jesus Christ. So I saw a clip. I don't know if it was from a movie. I think it was from a movie or a thing. I don't know. It could have been just been an ad. And basically, there's a dude and he's, young, healthy, and he's in a hospital. And he's like seeing some lady and she's down on her deathbed. She's dying. And so he's making fun of her, basically saying, well, you believed in God your whole life. He never believed in God. Look at him. He's nice and healthy. He's rich. He has everything he wants. There's nothing he could want. And look at you. You all effed up. You dying. You got all these diseases. You might not even live to see tomorrow. And then the lady says, you know, the reason why she has all of these hardships is because these hardships is what's sending her to God. You know, the fact that her life wasn't easy caused her to turn to God. Says, Satan made sure that you had an easy life. And the reason why Satan wanted you to have an easy life, because Satan knows that if you have a hard life, there's a better chance of you turning to God. So you've never turned to God because your life you have everything you want. There's no reason for you to worship the Most High. There's no reason for you to do the things that God wants you to do. There's no reason for you to try to work to get to heaven because you're having your heaven right now. So I think that's a perspective that we have to start taking. And that's why whenever I see somebody like Elon Musk doing some of the things that he's doing, and I'm like, he doesn't have to do this. He's rich beyond rich. There's not a want on this planet that Elon Musk has that he can't make happen. If money can make it happen, he can make it happen. Donald Trump, rich as hell, but he's still running for the presidency, and these dudes is trying to kill him for trying to be the president, and he's still running? And you still got people out here talking about he trying to be a dictator. We might need a dictator in America as long as that dictator cares about people. Because right now we have people who are dictators that's in charge, but they don't care about people. And before anybody say that Joe Biden and his administrations aren't dictators, then why are they trying to, every form of government that they can't get around, they try to destroy? Like they're trying to destroy the structure of the Supreme Court right now. They're not going to be able to, but they're trying to destroy the structure of the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court is preventing them from doing things that's against the Constitution. So instead of them trying to do shit that is allowed by the Constitution, they're trying to get rid of the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court is standing between them and their ability to not adhere to the Constitution. Dictator. Let me show y'all something. Let's talk about Venezuela for a minute. Look at this. It's the dude Hugo Chavez. I might have his name wrong. Hold on. Okay, so it's not Hugo Chavez. So we're looking for the president of Venezuela. Let me also fix that. Nicolas Maduro. Okay, hold on. Wait, those might be his statues that's being pulled down, by the way. So let me not erase that yet. So hold on. And this is the crowd praying that we was talking about. Somebody said that that's not, that that's for something else. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so I didn't post all the shit I'm looking to get ready to show you. I didn't post today. I didn't post. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it today. I didn't post it yesterday. Also, this is why people talking about thinking to vote for Kamala is insane. Watch this.
The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative, and the concurrent resolution as amended is adopted.
She cast the deciding vote to pass the American Rescue Plan, which pushed inflation, supporting all the spending that President Biden signed into law, and people are still struggling to pay bills.
Even some former Obama economists had said the American Rescue Plan has contributed to the inflation that we're seeing today.
It's definitely too big for the moment. I don't know any economist that was recommending something the size of what was done.
The tremendous wall of money just sets off a dynamic. And then the thing about inflation is you start chasing your tail.
Did it create inflation? Did $2 trillion of deficit spending create inflation?
It did boost demand, and that is one of several factors that are involved in inflation.
There are 15,000 people in Beaufort County who are food insecure, and the line of people in need.
The Senate being equally divided, the Vice President votes in the affirmative, and the concurrent resolution as amended is adopted.
She cast the deciding vote to pass the American Rescue Plan, which pushed inflation, supporting all the spending that President Biden signed into law.
Yep. So this person that they talking about we should vote for is the reason why everything's so expensive. Literally. Now check this out. So I did put the right name. At least 2 statues of Hugo Chavez, the late socialist. Socialism is bad. Socialism is bad. The late socialist icon who led Venezuela for more than a decade and handpicked Maduro. This is the dude that they're saying trying to steal the election now, as his successor was knocked down by protesters around the country. This dude died in like 93. I don't know when he died. He died a while back. Let's see when he died real quick. Whenever he died, hold on, when he died. (2013). No, that's when he was doing something else. Hold on. He was the leader from 2013. Hold on. Let's see. I just want to see when he died. I'm curious. 2013. March 5th. So he was the president from 99 to 2013. I wonder how he died. Let's see how he died. Hold on. Let's look at how. Cancer. I always find whenever people die of stuff like that, because you could give somebody cancer, fam. You can get cancer from what you eat. Whenever somebody has cancer, I always find that it's elected officials and things like that die of cancer. I'm always like, here's what it is. Here's what it is. In any regard, Look what Trump says about her. I ain't gonna lie, she do laugh like a crazy person though. Now every time I hear her laugh, I can't unhear it. Look at this. That is being a dictator. We have a constitution that says that we have the freedom of speech and that we have the freedom to bear arms. The reason why our constitution is set up that way, for everybody that don't get it, is so that the government won't prevent our freedom of speech. Ah, shit. I took the screen down again. I'm so sorry about that. The reason why our constitution is set up like that is so that the government won't prevent our freedom of speech. We literally need the guns to make sure that we got freedom of damn speech. So they're trying to control us. So that's why they don't want us to have guns. They have mass stabbings in other countries, like in Europe, where guns aren't. So I don't want to hear if there's no guns, people aren't going to get killed, because a lunatic is going to figure out how to, if somebody is motivated enough, I don't even want to say a lunatic. If somebody is motivated enough, they're going to find out how to do whatever the thing is that they're trying to do. And that's just the fact. So if somebody is motivated enough to come try to take your life, they're going to try to figure out a way to do it. Guns or no guns.
But we still have to deal with the over 2 million assault weapons that are currently in the streets of America.
So just so we can be clear, they're trying to get rid of assault weapons. Assault weapons are not the weapons that we use in our streets. This is not a battle for black folk. When niggas get killed in our neighborhoods, it's not over damn assault weapons. When people get killed in our neighborhoods, it's with fucking handguns mostly. Niggas is just shooting regular blicks. It's not over assault weapons. I just want to be clear on this. They're tricking you. They need to get rid of our assault weapons, because by doing that, then they could just send the army in. They just got to hope that the army is on whatever time they on. Now I'm going to say something and keep this in mind. I don't think our army is going to be on the same type of time with these Democrats. I believe that if the Democrats decide what we're going to do is we're going to send the army after civilians, I think there's going to be more people in the army that ain't going to rock with it. I think there's going to be more people that's in police that ain't going to rock with it. I think we're going to have more people that's going to be against it, that's in the armed forces, than that's going to go with it. And that's why they're trying to get all of these LGBTQ people in the armed forces. Because if understand what's going on, they believe there's going to be a civil war. They want to control our military. They believe there's going to be a civil war. They're trying to create a civil war, in my opinion, the Democrats. With that being said, anything else y'all want to talk about? I got to get to this other business. We are currently doing numbers on more than this platform, just so we can be clear. We are currently doing numbers on more than just this platform. So I got to get to that business. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about? Yes or no? Put it in the chat. And if not, we're just going to move on. I'm going to give y'all a second. We'll go to a commercial break while I give y'all a second. I hate the fact that when I'm concentrating hard, my eyes go like this. I hate the fact that when I'm concentrating hard, my eyes do that. I hate that. So whenever I'm like concentrating hard or doing like computations in my brain or whatever the case got to be, my eyes always go like this. I'm hoping I'm trying so hard to stop that from happening. I hate the fact that that happens. With that being said, obviously we don't got no comments. Everybody's good. There's a revolution that's happening in Venezuela. I just want to put y'all on to that so y'all can know that that's a thing that's happening. There's a revolution that's happening in Venezuela. I believe that we're going to go through something similar like that over here in America. They have military officers and police that is actively just switching sides and going with the people. Like they taking off their uniforms on the spot, just going with the people. They got other military people that pulled up in full riot gear and everything, but they didn't pull up in riot gear to go against the people. They pull up in riot gear and all that shit to fight for the people. Like they got a real thing going on down here. They're fighting socialism. You want to know what Kamala Harris is? She's a socialist. For everybody that don't remember what socialism is, it's communism. That's what socialism is. Unless y'all want bread lines again, because everything is too expensive, they've already worked on that and started sending the prices of everything up to make things unaffordable. They've already did that. They're making things, and believe me, if Kamala Harris gets elected, they're going to take the next step, and shit is really going to be unaffordable. Y'all going to have to throw her out of office. And I don't think people understand or get that. So socialism is bad. Socialism is communism. All right. For everybody that don't get it, socialism is communism. Look, we already got these dudes in America. These are the people. I was going to show something. I don't know if I should show it. I'm going to show it. I'm sure. Socialism is communism. Because I'm going to post it. And I didn't post it yet. But I'm going to post it. I'm going to post it today. I got like a shitload of videos I got to post. So let me see if I can find it first. I can't find it. I might have thought I downloaded it and then didn't. So that could be what happened. So if that is what happened, that means I'm gonna have to find it again. I have to wait until I see it again. But socialism is communism. I need for you to understand it. So y'all don't want socialism. You think you want socialism. Y'all do not want socialism. If socialism comes in, there's going to be no reason for anybody to ever try to be a doctor. There's going to be no reason for anybody to ever try to be anything that's high skilled, because you're going to get paid and have just as much as all of the people, the street sweepers. You're going to get, not even, yeah, you are, but you know, that's people that the sanitation is a high paying job. So I shouldn't use that one. You're going to get paid the same amount as, no, if you're a brain surgeon, you're going to get paid the same amount as somebody who teaches kindergarten kids. You understand? Like, you don't want socialism. You do not want communism. In California, they have communism going on. It's a communist state for everybody that don't get it. You go talk to somebody that lives in California, how do they feel about the prices? You go talk to somebody that lives in California about how do they feel about their kids being able to be taken away from them. California is now a communist state. With that being said, I love y'all. Everybody, go out there in the world, do something worth doing. Stamp God's name on it. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bonus. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. That's all I got on this one. I hate when I'm not ready, but I'm ready.